So, I had a chance to sit down and try Battlefield's latest update that we spoke about last week and really tried to use, different weapons and test the weapon bloom changes, rockets on vehicles, and kind of everything in between. Before we get into my thoughts, this video is actually sponsored by Surfshark VPN. If you guys ever find yourself trying to watch your favorite Earth 2 content creators, but you can't due to false defamation complaints in certain countries, I know the feeling. Surfshark allows you to mask what you do online and virtually travel the world with a tap of a finger. Not the one-to-one digital recreation of Earth sort of travel, but changing your IP address to unlock all sorts of region-locked content and streaming platforms online. And if you're on Android, you can actually fool apps that care about your geographical location with things like GPS spoofing. And with over 3,200 servers in 65 countries, anywhere you guys go, you'll find a server that fits your needs. You can get Surfshark down below, and if you use the code BigFry when you click the link, you can get 83% off and 4 extra months completely free. Big thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this content. Let's get back to Battlefield. It's no secret that Battlefield 2042 launched in a rough state. I'm not going to waste your time discussing the launch issues. You know them, I know them. The more I talk about it, the more people think I'm being negative. Truth is, the game launched in a bullshit state. Let's move forward and talk about where it's at right now. So the latest patch was touting a lot of server optimization changes, as well as, in my opinion, the biggest issue, which was weapon bloom. Jumping in today, I was actually pleasantly surprised. Using the assault rifles, using SMGs, it felt good. At least as far as gunplay is concerned, the weapons were shooting and the bullets were going where I was aiming. From my couple of hours of playtime just jumping in and seeing where it's at, I actually felt comfortable engaging in firefights, kind of, medium to long range. I was using snipers, trying to get used to some of the bullet drops on some of the angles we were playing on Kaleidoscope. It felt like it should. Obviously, there's probably some subtle tweaks that need to be done with balancing and stuff like that, but I think for the most part, they've kind of got it dialed in to a point where the game is actually playable as a first-person shooter, just at its very, very core. It's apparently a really controversial opinion to say that this game runs still like dog shit. I think the optimization needs so much work when things are so hectic and there's 128 players kind of concentrating. We were playing on Breakthrough, concentrating on 2 points. It is crazy. It bogs the system. CPU and GPU temps are running up now, and I'm seeing a lot of people in-game expressing their frustration with how bad it runs. This isn't just a me thing. This isn't just me bitching for the sake of bitching. A lot of people are having issues with the optimization, and it's still a huge problem. Now, with that being said, I have no doubt in my mind that they are going to take this piece of software and make it better and make it more optimized among other systems. My whole complaint is for the people who bought the game on launch. They didn't get a proper experience, not even a Battlefield experience. I was playing it today, and I felt like the game has Battlefield-like elements. Right? The vehicles exploding, you get the Battlefield moments every now and again, but for the most part, it doesn't feel like a Battlefield game. It doesn't feel like a Battlefield 4. I'm noticing a lot more players are just focused on themselves. They're focused on getting kills and taking different flank routes and not moving as a team. They don't have the proper structure that focuses on the teamwork elements. We've talked about it a few times in the past. I noticed today in just playing with myself and Thy Fuzzy that we were just kind of looking out for each other. If I die, she comes over, she revives me, she dies, I go revive her, but nobody else is doing that in the game. There were a couple of times where we were attacking big points, and it's really obvious because we're all pigeonholed into this area that there are people on the ground that can be revived, but for the most part, I found a lot of the times I was going down, even in this clip right here, I'm down just laying right next to the guy. I keep spamming E, hey, like, pick me the fuck up. And I don't know if that's the player or the game's lack of kind of pushing that to the forefront that, hey, somebody needs to be revived. I don't know if there's audio cues that need to be. There needs to be something to start focusing more on the teamwork elements of the Battlefield and not on your personal kill death. I think the biggest thing for me, yeah, the Battlefield moments are great, but what was great for Battlefield 4 and 3 and even 2 back in the day was that element of teamwork, and I feel like that has just been completely erased in this game. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know if that's a Battlefield issue or just the sign of the times for what big companies have to do to cater to the casual people who don't really care about teamwork. They want to jump in after work before they got to put their kids down to bed. They play a couple of rounds. They don't give a fuck about any of that stuff. They just want to jump in, shoot some people, and jump out. And I feel like that is a symptom of a much larger issue than Battlefield 2042 on its own, and I feel like the gaming community needs to start talking more about that. Battlefield does nothing to promote teamwork in this game, and on top of all of that, I was still running into just major bugs, spawning and not being able to look up and down with any of the weapons, just basically a straight line, and that's something that was in there, I believe, in the fucking alpha test from back in the day. I can't look up or down.
No.
Can you?
Yeah, I can.
My crosshair goes up and down, but I...
You have to read it below, I think.
Okay, our team's advancing over there. Good.
Oh, guys over here. East, east, east. Pretty far, but I pinged them.
Yep, I
Pushing
see him.
up, so-
Got him.
Down. You're
Good shit.
welcome.
Fuck happened to my scope?
Glitching out.
Yeah, I can't scope in now. I lost my magnification. Well, what the fuck is that? Not being able to drop the shield where I wanted in like a pinch situation and having the like symbol of like, you can place this or you can't, just rotating 360 degrees over and over. Let me plant my fucking shield. This game is actually fucking trash. And just watching like jets and helicopters just crash in really weird ways. I'm trying to get shots off in this clip, and this helicopter's broken and destroyed, just flipping around in front of me. Fucking helicopter, man. The game lacks so much, including polish, including teamwork elements, including just a lot of things that make Battlefield Battlefield. And right now, I think the patches are starting to take the game in the right direction. I just don't know what that end result is going to look like, say a year and a half from now. When we saw Battlefield 4 come out, the game was absolutely fucked from service. Jesus Christ, there was a lawsuit going on over the release of Battlefield 4. But at least when you got into a game, you saw the elements that made Battlefield Battlefield, and a lot of people were pissed off because they just wanted to play it. A lot of people are pissed off here because they got a game that's broken, and it's not that they can't play it, it's that they don't want to. After this video goes out, I think a little bit later in this week, I am going to try Portal now with the weapon bloom changes and the fixes going on there, and we'll see if that experience can give me a proper FPS Battlefield-like experience, and if so, I guess I'll be playing Portal for, you know, the rest of the time that this game is actually alive. I'm noticing more and more of you guys down below in the comments just basically, you know, pointing out that I am negative, that I am more cynical than ever before. I personally, I disagree with it, but I will say that this whole channel is built around wanting and expecting better from a hobby that I have been involved in for my entire life. If I am negative, and if I am cynical, and if I am fed up, which I am, maybe we should be looking at the gaming industry as a whole, and not just somebody who, according to some of you guys, is spewing hate online. Realistically, I expect better, and year after year after year, I'm not seeing the improvements that I expect to see. And one thing I do notice is a lot more people are very, very, very forgiving to gaming companies who, in my opinion, have stolen millions of dollars from your pockets, producing broken, janky, not polished experiences. And to be honest with you guys, FPS gamers have been running on fumes. Game after game after game after game come out. It looks great. I'm actually excited to try it. Then it gets into my hands and it doesn't feel good. There's issue after issue after issue. I'm running out of road, and I'm starting to feel like I'm becoming a dying breed when it comes to FPS and multiplayer gaming in general. And I'll be honest, man, it's definitely starting to get to me when the best game that I can play right now, FPS-wise, is Warzone. Still, 2 years later. Anyways, guys, I'm done ranting. Appreciate you guys for watching. Shout out to Surfshark for sponsoring the video. I'll see you guys on the next one.